In this video, I'm going to share you 4 simple steps for you to land a role in consulting, and I'm also going to share you some reflections on my mistakes so that you don't make them. And by the way, if you're new here, my name is Kajol. I am a physicist now turned consultant working in a Big 4 company in the UK. If you're interested in more videos like this, please do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the like button so other people can see this. And just to help the consulting community we have here on YouTube, please leave any tips or any questions in the comment box below. The first thing that you need to do is understand, is consulting a fit for you? Now, you probably already have an idea of what consulting is, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And you probably already have an idea of what part of consulting you're interested in. If you don't, I left a quiz by Mckinsey in the description box. It goes through the different types of consulting and what you may potentially be interested in. So to understand if consulting is right for you, there's a few ways you can do that. Firstly, simply just speaking to people. Reach out to people over LinkedIn, your friends, your family, and I would be slightly targeted when you do that. So is there a connection you have with someone? It might be mutual friends. It might be they went to the same university as you, same course, and they're working in a firm that you want to apply to. Reach out to them, let them know the connection you have with them. They are more likely to respond to you and less likely for you to get blanked. Side note, by the way, speaking to people is great if you don't know what you want to do. It will help you understand what you may like, what you may not like. And also something I did was I literally plotted a graph. I thought, okay, what is really important to me? What's the factors that are really important to me? And for me, that was career progression as well as how much I was learning. Thought of all the different career options I could go into. One was banking, entrepreneurship, engineering, academia, consulting. And literally, I kind of came to that was actually consulting is probably what I want to do. The second thing that you can do is actually go to networking events. Now, not is it just a brilliant opportunity to learn what consulting is like, but also meet new people. And these people can actually refer you into consulting if they like you enough. So going to networking events is a brilliant way to expand your network and potentially get referred. So do not underestimate the power of your network. And the third thing that you can do is actually go onto role descriptions and understand what are they expecting of you, because it details out what you'll be doing day to day potentially. When you get down to the nitty gritty, you may realize it is for you, it isn't for you, but do realize that each firm is different. So an operations consulting role at PwC may be different to an operations consulting at Mckinsey, at Deloitte. Do read the small print. Now that you have a basic idea that you potentially want to go into consulting and you think it's right for you, you need to verify that. And one of the best ways to do that is actually learn the basics of what you're going to be doing, and it showcases to you that you actually do have a long-term interest in it. So consulting isn't made up of one specific skill. It's actually made up of a variety of skills, and that could be coding, it could be UX design, financial modeling, and you need to understand what part of consulting you're interested in, which you've done, and you need to hone in some specific skills or knowledge in that specific area. I think it helps you to understand that actually I could do this for a long period of time. So there will be specific skills in corporate strategy, in business transformation, in financial consulting, human capital consulting that you can read up on. And there'll be specific trends, theories, processes that you can begin to develop. Based on which one you see yourself in, I would also suggest potentially even doing a course in one of them. And there's loads of free courses around, loads of free reading around that you can do and available to you. But I would say that it doesn't guarantee you the job, but it does showcase to the interviewer that actually you have a passion for it. Same thing with certifications. If you're a graduate, certifications really do show that you are passionate, but it won't guarantee you the job. I would say that for experienced hires though, it can allow you to negotiate salaries a little bit more higher when you show you've got some certifications under your belt. But don't worry guys, if you've got no certifications, if you've got even no courses under your belt, you can definitely learn on the job, and there's so much opportunity to train yourself and to develop yourself. Another way to learn the basics is just to simply read up on the news, and if you read the FT, it gets you up to date with the lingo, but sometimes it can be a little bit more dry. You can also do things such as setting up a Google alert for general words like consulting or technology trends, which you know affects every single part of consulting. And every time there's an article which does say technology trends or consulting, you will be sent an article, your inbox will be spammed, but you'll be prepped for the consulting interview. The second way to validate that consulting is for you is, surprise, surprise, find some experience in consulting. Now, no matter what, it will help you confirm or deny if consulting is for you whenever we apply our knowledge into a real life situation. Even if you hate it, it is a value add on your CV, as well as you will always get transferable skills into consulting for any career. And I really do feel that it can aid you no matter what, even if you hate it. Look, if you're looking to go into strategy, operations, technology, whatever it is, you need to build a portfolio of work that showcases that you're passionate for it and you have potential for it. And if you've gone through the whole process and you've actually done an internship in it, it definitely showcases both qualities. There are a few ways that you can get experience in consulting. One way, firstly, is side projects, and people don't speak about this as much. I'm not sure why, but let's say you've not got any experience in consulting. What you need to do is showcase that you've got skills transferable for consulting. One of the ways to do this is start your own startup, or let's say you're interested in a specific skill set, let's say strategy work, and you can basically apply your knowledge or your opinions of strategy work on a particular company. So for instance, look at Netflix's business model, how would you improve it? Same thing with UX design. Take McDonald's website and redesign it. And even with coding, take Goldman Sachs' website and rebuild it from scratch to make it better. Showcase the skills, create your own opportunities, don't let anyone say no. And the second thing that you can do is also do student-run consultancies. So over the pandemic, because the situation has been pretty rough and it's been difficult to find internships, there's been a lot of student-run consultancies popping up. And what they essentially do is that they train you up to think like a consultant. They give you a project for you to apply those skills, and they typically pro bono work that you do for consulting firms or for charities. So a few of them include Unlock Consultancy, Paddy Hill, Reshape, Impact Consulting, and so many more, even Universal Consulting Club. And thirdly, this one is a little bit more obvious, it's get an internship. Now, it could be in consulting, but it doesn't have to be in consulting. I know people who've done law, medicine, they've done even things such as fashion, and they've moved into consulting afterwards. There's always some sort of transferable skills that you can use to move into it. And also, don't underestimate cold calling boutiques. Now, it might be reaching out on LinkedIn, where you're a little bit more targeted, you message the recruiter and you send over your CV. It might just be emailing them. You have small consultancies run of 1 to 2 people, ranging even to 30 people. Message every single one of them. The worst you can get is a blank or a no, and even one of those can lead you to a real internship. Okay, so it's great that you've got experience in consulting, but if people don't know what you've done, if you don't get people to think that you are a good consultant, there's literally no point. So you need to communicate your portfolio. Communicate your portfolio is one of the biggest things that you can do to build a brand about you and to credentialize yourself. And there's 2 ways I would say to do this. Firstly, build a website, which is a digital version of your CV. So everything that you've done, how it translates to consulting, and it allows people to get to know a little bit more about you. And I'm trying to do that right now. I'm trying to build my own website with everything I've done before consulting, in consulting, and potentially even what I want to do after consulting. And secondly, I would also say is start to publish your thoughts, your opinions in blogs or articles. It could even be over Medium, it could be your own website, but get people to know your thinking. These 2 things allow you to build a brand about yourself and credentialize yourself in the market. I think building a brand about yourself is so important, and honestly, publish your work. I know it can feel a little bit daunting to do that, but I really regret not publishing anything to do with the startup scene or the entrepreneurship scene I was in during university. If someone Googled me, I was average. There was nothing about that. I was just a typical Imperial student, just plodding along in life. But now, if someone did Google me, there's so much to my name. There's this YouTube channel, there's other things that I've done. And I really would say, if someone Googled you, what would they see? So start publishing your work and allowing people to notice the stuff that you're doing. And after you've got this all sorted, all you need to do is apply. It's not gonna be that difficult, I promise you. I have got some extra tips on my Instagram, linked it in the comment box below. And don't forget to leave any tips, any questions in the comment box. I'll definitely get back to you. And please, please don't forget to like this video so other people over YouTube can watch this too. And I'll see you next week. Have a great week, everyone.